chairperson. On my far right is the vice chairperson going by the name Evangelist Samuel Gitonga. Karibu sana, sir.
Asante sana.
Your first time here?
No, I have been here but some time back.
All right.
But glad to be here again.
And you've come on other issues to do with not
yes.
the Sacco.
Today we are here for the Sacco.
All right.
Yes.
And of course, the only lady in the house, this is Ruth Njeri, the CEO.
Thank you very much.
The Chief Executive Officer of the Pcea Sacco Limited. And today we want to have a look at the membership education. Of course, let's look at the journey, how far the Pcea Sacco has come, all the way from 1985?
Yes, all the way from 1985.
38 years, 38 years.
38 years down the line.
Wow,
yes.
great.
Yes.
Now, before you look at the journey, you know, there might be one person who's watching us for the first time today. I know we did membership a little bit last week, but let's now look deeply on how one can join the Sacco. But again, before we do that, who is eligible to be a member? Let's begin from there.
The person who's eligible to be a member is anyone who is 18 years and above, and of sound mind, and of good character. You are eligible to be a member of the society, just like in any other society. Yes, you must have attained the age of being an adult in the country. Yes.
A limitation to religion, because we know it's Pcea Sacco, and people when they hear Pcea, they know it's the Presbyterian Church of East Africa. Is it limited to the church? The Pcea
not
church?
really. We are not limited to the Presbyterian Church. Yeah. We are open to all who are Kenyan citizens, and even out there, those who might think that they want to be Kenyan citizens at heart. Okay. They're welcome to join us.
Okay. Yes. I was looking at your website today. You know, I took time to just peruse through, and Vice Chair, what I saw is you are, just in the country, you have members from the region of East Africa and as well as diaspora. So I might be, tempted to ask, can a Tanzanian become a member, a Ugandan and a Sudanese, all that?
Thank you, Vincent. I think, to say the least, where we are right now, we are global. So we are open, and because we are no longer limited to the physical meetup, our Sacco now is at that point where we are able to reach out, digitally. And wherever you are, we are able to connect you. You don't have to come physically to the office. We are online, and we are able to get you wherever you are. So we have members in the diaspora, right in the country, within Africa, everywhere we are, wherever any member is, we are able to reach them out.
But who is it limited to? The citizenship, like Kenyan citizenship, or is it any citizen of any country can be a member?
Well, at the moment we are at the citizen as a citizen, but as long as someone is brought in by a member of our Sacco, we are able to vet and see their capability, and we are able to loop them in. And so we are glad to bring on board any one of us. Yes.
All right.
Yeah.
What about gender and age? Of course, you've said 18 years and above. What if I have a kid, I want to just have an account with the Pcea Sacco, as my kid is not 18 yet?
We're heading there. We want to open various accounts that can help our members in growing their families and growing themselves, because we can also have children accounts, such that you put in money, and when the child becomes of age, then they can be able to access that money and be able to do business, just like the way you are doing it.
So I cannot open for my child using my credentials?
Not at the moment. Yes.
How long is that likely to take?
I can't say tomorrow, and I can't say today, and I can't say in 10 years' time, but we are working towards that.
It's a process.
Yes, it's a process.
In the pipeline, as they say.
Yes.
Okay, now, how do you, I mean, looking at a person who wants to be a member, how do you vet a character of this person? Maybe they have been members of other Saccos and they had issues, behavioral issues, character-wise, and they want to join your Sacco. How do you vet that this person is eligible, character-wise, to be a member?
Let's appreciate that every Sacco is formed first and foremost with the whole idea of getting to know the person. Remember, Sacco it's about members' money. And these are many people. So every time we are bringing someone on board, of course, you have to have some level of, background check. But it is not such a sophisticated kind of a check. But what we are sure about is that, especially on character, the personality of this person, who is referring them. That's why we always say, as our members, anybody coming to the Sacco, there must be a reference point. So we ask, who is it that is introducing you? In our new arrangement is that such that we always ask somebody to sign for you in a form. Who introduced you? So if the CEO is introducing me, she appends her signature that I know that this person, I know Gitonga. So I'll be introduced from that for that reason. Because the most important thing to know is that as we get now towards this person getting to become a member, once you begin to engage them, especially on loaning, then you need to have credibility. Otherwise, someone can come and just get away with members' money. And finally, and at the final end, the directors are responsible. The office is responsible, and they don't want to go giving excuses to our members and telling them this person went away. All the same, we are able to ensure that whoever comes on board, we watch them. And no wonder then, in the regulations of the Sacco, we first of all give you an allowance of 6 months before we trade with you. Trading means giving you a loan. After that, then if you're coming, then we check your credibility. And remember, the law also requires that there is an element of disclosure, to an element where if someone generally, if someone doesn't do the right thing, then we have to report them and tell the if the CRB, this person is not credible. And so we ensure that now this person cannot mess up other people. So the vetting process is very important, and we have committees that actually go into it. By the time the CEO is appending the signature of this member and saying fine, then it has gone through a process. But it is not that complicated, but it is important.
So it's not like a bank. I walk through the door and just open an account and we start trading.
Well, it is more or less, but even in the bank, by the time you're opening an account, you're sure that they're going to get your PIN, they're going to get your credentials. It's the same process, only that for the Sacco, there is that element of joining the society. And in a society, there must be a membership. Even if you are into whatever kind of a Sacco you're talking about, or a grouping of people, if you were to form a company with you, remember, for you to become a shareholder, you must be vetted into that shareholding. Because by the time someone is admitted by the Sacco, they become a shareholder of that company, which is now the Sacco. So that for that reason, you're able to also to be careful to who it is that is joining, to avoid those backlash that can come.
Yeah. That is. I mean, we've looked at the eligibility of this member, but again, then how do I become a member? That's a question. Maybe somebody's watching and asking, how do I become a member of the Pcea Sacco Limited? What is the process? How do I begin? Where do I go? Who do I see? You see?
Great. At the moment, we are we have forms for registration on our website. That is Pcea Sacco. ltd.co.ke. You can also contact us through our office lines. You can also send us an email and we will send you the form. You fill it and then you can send it to us either through email, or you can also scan it and send it via WhatsApp. And you can also bring it yourself personally to the office. We are also looking at how we can activate our website so that you can be able to join in just directly using the website as you attach all those documents that you require, which is the KRA PIN, your photo, and your national ID card. Then, once it gets to our office, then we'll contact you and inform you via SMS that your account has been opened and you can start trading.
Is that period that, I mean, a person waits for this period to be conclusive? Is there maybe a time or a duration that a person be waiting now for them to receive confirmation that, yes, finally, you are a member?
Not really. We don't have a timeline per se. What happens is once the form is received and everything is in order, then we are able to activate you in the system directly so that you can be able now to start trading. Even as we wait for the BOD to, or rather the board of directors, to finalize and sign in your form as a new member. Yes.
So it's not such a complex.
No,
process.
it's not complex. No.
You know, one thing that people fear is the complexity of becoming a member of a certain society. And think the processes. Oh my God, this is going to take a whole lot of my time, a whole lot of my energy, my my input and all that. But yours is not as complex.
Not as complex, and things have also become a bit easier nowadays, even with the rise of technology. So it's not like before when you used to come, there's only one computer in that office, and that one computer is the one that does the loaning. It's the one computer that does the new members. It's the one computer that does the accounts. Nowadays, things have become easy. IT gadgets are easier to purchase for the office staff to use. So it's not such a hassle. It's just you having the desire, and you just activate it, and you come to us and we activate your account, and you become our member. Yes.
Vasya, if you look at the yesteryears of 1985 through the 90s, early 2000s now, how can you gauge your receivership? I mean, the receivership of the Sacco by the society. How is it accepted in the society? I mean, how people are wanaichangamkia namna gani? Use that.
Well, let's appreciate, and we want to admit that people are actually up there and looking for the right places to put their investments and their money. And people have received the Sacco in a very good way, growth-wise. And remember, one of the drivers for us as a Sacco is what we may call social transformation. We are looking at transforming the society and bringing solution. Now, the moment you bring solutions to people, you identify what are the needs of the people, which we have done. And we are trying to every day look at what products are members looking out for. I want to look at Vincent, and maybe I'm thinking Vincent, possibly when he has a need of 1,000 shillings, who does he go to? So this is how we are trying to ensure that members have come. And so the members are receiving some of these products very well. Like, for example, I'll give you an instance of the online mobile banking or mobile trading, whereby if a member has a need of 1,000 shillings, 5,000 shillings, those are normal hassles for sisi wa Kenya, And so someone just need to key in *477 hash. I don't have to go to Vincent and ask him, "Ebu nisaidie na 200 bob. Give me airtime." All this we have given as a solution at a very minimized cost. So members, for that reason, have seen this as an entry point to social transformation. And so our members are receiving the Sacco from the young to the old. Remember the solutions, say, if it is the young people, I want a phone, I want a laptop, now who can sort me out quickly and I pay within lead time. Maybe we should talk about products. I want this product. How do I need to come out of electricity. I want to pay solar. These are solutions. So solar is driven by solutions, and that's what we are doing, and that's what we want to make sure that, especially our people right now, what they are going through, we want people who are having a smoothness running, and for that reason, then the Sacco is becoming acceptable quite in a lead time.
There's something you've touched on, and I want us to look at it a little bit more, extensively, and it's about the age group. I mean, if I ask you today, what is your age? I mean, if you were to rate the average age of your membership,
yes,
ni gani?
Well, I must appreciate that quite a chunk of our members are, let's say, above 35 years. A lot of members are within that range, above 35 years. That means that our youth is one of our major areas that we are really working on. Through solutions. But straight to your question, yes, we are aware that we have quite members who are there, and the higher end of the society say that 50 years and above, there are quite many also, because again, I would attribute this to education, because maybe younger people have not appreciated that saving is a great way of making money. So you realize that why the reason is why we have the older members, even 65 and above, retired members are there. And why? Because they know this is a safe zone, that your money is assured. So what we are doing right now, because just to your question, the younger people are alluding to the fact that we might have few members who are young, we are actually trying now to come up with solutions for them. so that they can quickly know that by having a Sacco, then I have my life better sorted out. But for the age, yes, we appreciate that the younger people have not yet. But it is just a global problem.
Yeah.
I think generally you find that young people, before they appreciate the art of saving, it's becoming a little bit, they are slow into it. But the moment those who have picked it up,
and I think they maybe in a way misunderstand the word Sacco. When they look at it, it's a big word. Probably wanaiangalia kama chama, and chama is for the old people. So you have a challenge to break this down for them to understand. Because I have a heart for young people when it comes to saving, because I know that's a problem that we are facing big time, and we need solutions. And Pcea Sacco should be here to give such solutions.
Agree.
Yeah.
And let me just say that that is our main target. This time round, we are saying that the young people must get on board.
Maybe you have ways that you put in place, parameters to reach them.
We know where our young people are. They are on the social media.
Exactly.
That's where the education line is. And that's what we have opened up. We have opened up our YouTube channels, our online. We are getting them even to TikTok to ensure that they get the information right on their face. Because what we are very sure about is that the youth, and I work with the youth closely for many years. I have quite a number of years, not many, but many number of years. I know the youth have just this one challenge of someone to lead them to the right path. And so the Sacco is coming on board now and now directing the youth to their needs. For example, I'll give you a quick example. We have a solution. For example, these young people are maybe in online businesses, so they need a laptop. They're in school, they need a laptop. Their parent may not be able to afford, or once they begin to earn, they may not have that. So the Sacco is coming in and saying, this is a product for you. And we are saying, if you come to the Sacco, 6 months down the line, you begin to save the little money that you have. Slowly by slowly, you can get your 20,000, your 30,000, and you get a Sacco. I mean, you get the loan, the quick loan that you're able to get that. And again, you know the daily needs of the fulizas of this world and this mobile bank, loaning. So the Sacco has come up and telling the young people, slow down. We can give you a solution for this. You can come, get some money through your mobile, you get the solution, and you're good to go. Convenience is the key thing here.
Exactly. I love that. I love that. And all these people have lose money. They have lose money. They are 200, 300 for them, if they could save, wanaweza saidia uchumi wa nchi taifa la Kenya.
True.
Now, let's have a look at the rights of a member. When I join as a member, what are my rights in the Sacco? I know I have obligation as well, but what are my rights first?
I believe your rights are just like the normal rights that you see everywhere, every day. You have a right to your statement. You have a right to vote. You have a right to be voted for. Just the general rights that are there in the country. Yes. Yes, you have a right to come and see the accounts. You have a right to come and look at the policies. You have a right to come and visit the office. General rights that are there. Yes.
Voting, that means the simama kiti.
Yes, you can. Yes, you can. Yes, you can. What happens is, in the Sacco movement, we don't have a voting, or rather a campaign seat for the chairman. It's a campaign seat for the board member, or a campaign seat for the supervisory member. And with the coming of the regulations, that is with the Sacco Society's regulations, the regulatory authority, now you have to be vetted. So even as you have your rights, then keep your life in check. Because if you're going to be vetted, then you're going to be asked for higher education loans board certificates. You're going to be asked for the TCC, KRA. You're going to be asked for the good conduct. You're going to be asked for the CRB certificate. So keep your life in order, so that by the time you come there and you say, I want to be a board member,
but you must be a member first.
You must be a member first for you to enjoy those rights. Yes.
All right. What are the obligations then? Now that they are rights, but what am I supposed to do as a member? What is expected of me?
Like my CEO has explained, you see, the rights and obligations are given by the supreme organ, which is the AGM. Members come together. So first of all, the first obligation that a member has is participation. You have an obligation to, as a member of the Sacco, because you are a shareholder. So you have to be involved in the daily running of the Sacco. The second thing is that as much as possible, you have an obligation to contribute correctly. So if you're supposed to give 1,000 shillings per month, if you're supposed to give a share capital of 15,000, then it is your obligation to do that. So what we say is that every member must be active and not passive. That, as she has explained, we have to take responsibility of everything that is happening around the Sacco. If there is a challenge, members raise. By the way, it's good for us to say here, and for all those who possibly are considering even joining our Sacco.
About ni wengi sana.
About ni wengi sana. Yeah. We are very open. Yeah. And by the way, members don't take a break. They will ask questions, right, left, center. We have groups, for example. We host them. They ask questions. And so that is what we say, it has positively improved our Sacco. And efficiency becomes there. If there is a challenge, it is raised. We sort it out. Something is not working, we work it out. And when we come to the AGM, which is another obligation of every member should attend the AGM. Why? Because this is where we make decisions. If there's a complaint to be made, they are made there. And every member is obligated to come up and give opinion and solutions of whatever is required of us. So it is very important that every member, even you that is out there, to remember that once you come to the Sacco, you'll be given an opportunity to take lead in everything. Yes. So, and you always find that members are very engaging. They will engage us on our social media. The CEO will tell you the phone doesn't stop ringing because members want information. And we cannot withhold it. So, and back to back is that members are required to continue interacting with us. And maybe in the same breath, we must say that as the people who have been put in charge of the daily running of the society or the Sacco are also obligated to ensure that communication happens to our members. And what we can assure you is that our Sacco has the open door policy. We never decline members from speaking. And you will find them speaking on our social media, on their Facebook, and so members have a responsibility to do that.
All right, I love that, especially the point of being open to speak, but God will speak as well, because you have to speak well about. They say in English, you don't buy the hand that fits you.
That's right.
At the end of the day, but it's good to be open. Now, I mean, if you look at what you do, what entices people to join the Sacco? What do you think that you have that really pulls membership towards you?
I believe people have trust with just the name Presbyterian Church. And that is one thing that has pulled members to us, even without us going for them. Because you feel you are at home. If you're a member of the church, you feel you're at home. If you're an outsider out there, maybe another different church, you feel like I belong somewhere where I can trust that my money will be kept safe. And we have tried to do that. We have really tried. We have given our members interests every year. For the last 10 years, we've given them interests. And for the year 2022, we paid them interest on deposits at 9.7% pro rata, and we also gave them a dividend of 19.9% on their shares. And just that trust and being able to give back to what they have contributed towards the institution for that whole year gives us the strength to even feel these people feel they are at home and feel like they're comfortable with the society. Yes.
4,000 members right now, or so.
Yes.
And going. I mean, how do you see yourself in the next maybe few years? More members? Maybe can you double the number in the next 10 years or so?
We can. Yes, we can. I believe that once we are able to do a few things here and there concerning our systems, we should be able to house a lot of members, And once they come in, we are assuring them that we shall be able to give them the support that they require and actually meet their needs according to what we can be able to do also. Yes.
Now, and let me say this, Vincent, as well, on that note. Right. Why, the big question is, why would these members come? It is about the solution. So once they have the solution, that's why the way she has answered that question is very, very well. That for us, it's about that solution. So the question of whether we are going to multiply numbers, I can assure you, yes, members are going to join us because we don't even need to say anything more. Our members are our own marketers. By the way, for your information, referrals. And by the way, for your information, we always give back to our members. If you bring me a member, out of the 1,000 I will take, 300 I give it to the referring person. We have a commission. That's how much we love our members. So that's how we multiply. Is a multiplier factor, and members keep going.
That is something that I never knew, because if there is a commission, and if I bring 10 members at 3,000.
Tomorrow I'll give it to you. As the moment I admit these members, we will give that money to you. Now, that's how we work.
Now I know.
Exactly.
But again, I know that all these rights are limited. When does it come to a point now that you have to terminate a membership of a certain person?
There are few but rare cases where termination would happen. By the way, it's good to know there is a state of dormancy in a Sacco. You can be dormant, and the members by themselves in an AGM have agreed that a member who doesn't consistently give their contribution becomes a dormant member. Again, if a member is found to be in a state where they are coercing or they are making other members lose their money, an AGM can easily decide enough is enough for that sake. But by and large, we would say that the regulations are there to ensure that there is a consistency in membership. And very rare circumstances, but I don't remember us actually getting to a level of kicking out a member. Somehow our members have been good. We are always gracious and always giving members time to rejuvenate their energy. Some things happen, but you can always get them back on board, and they become active going along. The only thing that we always say as a rider, the regulations are, if you are a dormant member, then there are rights that you lose.
Yes.
Right? You lose some rights. For example, if you have you have a debt, or you are owing the Sacco, then obviously you don't have money to trade. At the end of the year, you can't get the money. If you're not consistently saving, how else do you then expect to get a loan? You'll be told, now you first of all need to reservice your account so that you can move on. But basically, we don't have those very, very serious issues that has come on our way. Yeah.
Now, if I want to withdraw my membership, first of all, is that accepted, that I can withdraw my membership?
Yes.
Anytime?
When you feel you are comfortable and you want to take your money elsewhere, yes, it is possible that you can withdraw from the society.
Any repercussions that come with that?
Of course, you have to have cleared your loan if you have any loan. And if you do not want to clear it, maybe in cash or by check, then you come and we agree. You get replacement guarantors for members maybe you probably have guaranteed. And then once they do that, then we can be able to offset your deposits against the loan. Of course, the loan must be equal to or less than the deposits. Then we allow you to go. We don't keep you if you feel you want to go elsewhere. Or maybe you have a challenge and you're not able to pay anymore. Then why should we keep just adding interest onto your loan for no good reason? So we'll allow you.
For example, I'm retiring from my workplace. So this means then that my channels of revenue have been cut short.
But that's, Vincent, that's a right of every member.
Yes.
At any one point, if you feel a situation has come up but you're not able to continue, you only need to fill in a form and you give your reasons. There is no way you will be declined, subject to what she has just talked about. And you will know that we have a very unique way of dealing with exiting members. They don't lose their share capital. They don't. We actually facilitate them to actually get that from us, and then we share amongst the members who are left as shareholders. So you don't have any fear, and that's why we tell people, bring your money, it's safe. And she said Pcea Sacco has sustained itself as a brand. We don't have a history of members complaining out there. The only thing that we ensure is that no member exits with with challenges of members complaining that so and so left and left with my money. That one we don't allow. We make sure that we actually get every member living comfortable and leaving the society comfortable.
All right. Now, I know I also want us to touch a little bit, before we take a break, I want us to touch a little bit on membership education. But before then, what is the minimum shares? I don't know. I don't want to use terms that might not fall where they should. But what are the maybe the minimum and maximum shares that a member should have? I don't know if there is a minimum and a maximum. CEO?
Yes, there is a maximum. You cannot hold more than 20% of the total shares in the society.
Okay.
But you can hold as much as you want, and a minimum of 15,000.
Okay. So
as long as you are not at 20% of the total shareholding, you are comfortable to hold whatever amount you want. At present, our shareholding is at 48 million. So just do your mathematics, 20% of that. You can't hold more than that. And I'm sure even after you put in the 19%, it will grow again. So of course you will move down again. So that's the limit.
So let me know, how do you then, because it's growing, when I hit those limits, what happens? How do you bring me to let me call it to shape? I mean, I've exceeded. How do you bring me to the levels that I should?
I think it's not possible for you to exceed. We will not allow you. We will tell you before you exceed to that limit, because we will always warn you in advance.
So how do I take this warning? Do I withdraw? Do I do what?
What happens is, before that money is receipted under shares, not deposits, we will have checked and we'll have informed you to make a decision whether to move that money to the deposits. The excess, we'll move it to the deposits.
Because the person out there at a win lottery in 100 million.
Yeah, 100 million.
Yes, and it says share.
Food by shares.
Yeah, Sacco, Pcea.
That's where the regulations
become the principal shareholder, the top.
That's where the regulations comes in, and that's why she talked about the 20%. So you realize that the government, the Sacco is members owned. Nobody comes to control the society, and so that's why we keep putting that capping. Well, it's on very rare. 20% is a lot of money. You need to actually have put a lot of money to get to that level. But we are saying, yes, the regulations are there, because we are not allowed. We are regulated. You cannot allow one member to take a share of a certain level, so that it looks like it's our company. No, that can never happen. That's why the regulations. So she has to check. We have to check. Once you bring up in your money, then we check. Oh, we tell you this one, you can only put it as a deposit, and not as shares.
All right, we are due for a break, but shortly let's touch on membership, then we'll come back, or on a membership education, and then come back and continue. So after, we've talked about very serious issues here on membership. How do I know this if I'm not educated? How do you ensure that your members or your potential members get to understand this? Yes, before they join, or when even as members they still get information that is necessary for them as members.
Now, in the structure of our governance in the Sacco, one of the departments we call education and business development. So education is very central when we talk about marketing, and or rather when we talk about education. So there's a very deliberate intention to ensure that members are informed in each and every bit of it. We have documents that every member should have, talk about bylaws, which are the governing level of, say, like the constitution of the Sacco, talk about information in our policies. It is out there. And for that reason, the members have agreed that in every year, you must take the management out there and meet the people tour for an education day that happens maybe in September. But beyond that, the education department, which I head for this with my committee, the education committee, we have what we call the daily updates to our members in our website, in our social medias, in flyers. We have beautiful information flyers that we have.
I have one.
You have one there,
yeah.
exactly. That shows what exactly we are. So it is a continuous process.
Yeah.
So we don't take chances on education.
Okay.
Because it is real education, and I'm an educator myself.
Yes, sir.
So and our members, I mean our leadership has taken in education. Even like today we are doing education.
Yeah.
That our members are very deliberate in terms of what they want about getting to know what our Sacco is.
Okay. Allow us to take a break. When we come back, we talk a little bit on that, and then continue with a little bit of the journey now, how far you've come, you know, the milestones, the achievement, and all that. Then we continue with the show. Remember that you can weigh in on our social media pages, CAC TV Kenya on Facebook and Twitter, as well as you have your social media handles.
Yes, we do.
Yes, Twitter. I think I do have them here.
Yes, they are there. Pcea Sacco Limited.
Yes, I don't have them on this. You didn't give me, but I know them. It's Pcea Sacco Limited. Yeah, you know, on Facebook as well as Telegram. Oh, you are on Telegram?
Yeah.
Okay, awesome. And of course, the website is www.pceasacolimited.co.ke, and be able to also, you know, engage them on the contacts there, 0720-403-460 or 0729-633-309. These are numbers that you can call or text and you'll get assistance. Of course, do not go away. Do for a short break. When we come back, we continue with the journey of Pcea Sacco Limited.
Pcea Sacco Limited is a fast-growing Sacco in Kenya that has served its members for over 30 years. A trusted name in savings and loans, registered with the Kenyan government in 1985 and regulated by SASRA. Built on Christian values, we hold ourselves to the high standards of integrity. Our professional and friendly team is dedicated to helping you achieve your financial goals. With over 4,000 active members and an asset base exceeding over a billion Kenya shillings, Pcea Sacco is a place to be. Consistent dividends, strong base capital exceeding a billion Kenya shillings, prompt dividend disbursement, efficient loan processing are some of the reasons as to why you need to join Pcea Sacco Limited. We pride in a wide, friendly range of loan products, including normal loans, Rudi Tender Plus loans, emergency loans, Niokole mobile loans, amongst others. We equally offer other facilities including asset financing, solar installation, fixed deposit facilities, among others. We are located at the Pcea head office, South C, Nairobi. For more information, please reach us through 0720-403-460 or 0792-633-308. Pcea Sacco Limited, your pathway to financial success.
All right, welcome back. The Pcea Sacco in-depth special show continues, and of course in studio we have with us the CEO Ruth Njeri and of course the Vice Chairperson Evangelist Samuel Gitonga, who are helping us to, you know, debunk and break down this Pcea Sacco. But now let's look at the journey, how far you've come. And I know in this there's a lot that you can speak about, but I want us to keep it short and sweet for the sake of our viewers. Now, Njeri, 1985, 38 years down the line, how has been the journey of the Sacco? I know you were not here in 85, but you have the information at least.
Could be I was here.
No, I don't think so.
Anyway, if I was here, I would have retired by now, or would be heading to retirement.
Definitely.
But from the stories that I hear from, and maybe it's important to mention that one of our co-founders is the very Reverend Dr. George Ernest Wanjao, the former moderator of the, I believe, 12th General Assembly, if I'm not wrong.
Is he still alive?
Yes, he's still very, very much alive and active and very sharp, and he can tell you the story.
I wish you brought him to the someday.
If you could hear the story, I think you'd be so amazed at what so little can grow into. Because when they say when you plant a seed, it grows into a huge tree, that is what they did. Because together with some other ministers and the General Assembly office, they were able to see that there was a need for society, for members to pull in money, and then they're able to take loans. Because it was just immediately after the Mzungu has gone back, he has established the church and he's gone back. And they're struggling here and there to ensure that the people are able, the staff are able to get salaries on time and things like this. And they were like, oh no, I wish these people can be able to grow. They can be able to get their own investments in houses, in cars, in whatever. Because you see, at that point in time, if I was to give you 100 bob in 1985, you can imagine how much 100 bob would have done for you. Leave about 1,000, just 100 shillings. And that is how much they used to contribute. 100 shillings a month.
That was a lot of money.
Yes, that was a lot of money then. And slowly by slowly we have grown, we have pushed on and we have pressed on. And today we can grow, we can talk of a Sacco that has $1 billion plus in asset base. And the journey is beautiful. It's very beautiful. It's a story that it's a story that just amazes you. But the journey has been beautiful. We've had our struggles here and there at some point when the church was not able to pay up some of this money for the society. But later on it came up and it drew its strategy, strategized everything, and they were able to pay up. And today we can absolutely tell you that any presbytery today or parish or institution is able to pay up its money on time without even having to call them. Your loan is your loans are overdue or your staff's payments have not been received. They are paying on time. So it's been a beautiful journey. I joined in when at that point there were no dividends being paid out at that point in time. That was way back in early 2000. And today we talk of dividends that are so high. We have members who are saving a lot of money and they're able to take home a cool 1 million as interest on deposits, because our highest saver, an individual, has about 10 million.
Wow.
Yeah. From
Is it
100 bob.
It's not you.
Right. Of course I can't tell you if it's me.
Is it the vice chair? But vice chair, that is a sweet story. I mean, how have you been able to reinvent yourself, you know, reinvigorate yourself and become better through the journey?
Thank you, Vincent. I think the sweetest part of this journey, like the CEO has explained, is the foundation. The foundation that was laid by our fathers is just fantastic. Our fathers came up with this great idea, and that is what we have been building on. And some of us, and all of us, hold this Sacco, you know, like a glass, that we are so careful because we can't afford to mess it up at any one point. So what has made this journey become sweeter and sweeter by day? First, is consistency. Because, you know, every institution, especially financial institutions, call for consistency. And everything in life is about how doing something and doing it correctly over a certain time. And people win trust and they believe this is it. Because the moment people see that this is happening, and they will begin to say, I don't even have to buy that land at $1 million. I can put it in the Sacco and I'll get much more, you know. And then you find that our Sacco has also maintained focus. That's very important. And what is our focus? Our focus is on our members. And we ask ourselves the question, where are these members? They are out there. All right. So our father saw the potential and that if these people are empowered, if our institutions are empowered, then we are good to go. And that's how we have maintained the beautiful story, and we want to make it even sweeter and even bring many more on board.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I know through the journey now you've invented and come up with new products in terms of loans and all that. I mean, what is this one product that you pride yourself in, especially during your tenure, that you've seen come up?
Wow. There was one loan that we called Rudi Tena. Now that is a loan that just hit the mark, and it was just amazing.
Well received
because
by the
yes,
members.
very well received, because at that point in time we had two loan products, the normal loan and the emergency loan. And before you even get another normal loan, you must come and clear in cash or by check for you to be able to get another loan. So we thought, our people are really, really struggling to actually clear that loan. And we thought, okay, why don't we introduce a product? They take a Rudi Tena, they come back, take a bigger loan, we clear the previous loan with a certain capping on interest, or rather just a small interest on it, on the balance that is remaining, and then we give you the money that you require. And members ran with it. In fact, it is one of our best loans today. If you were to do an analysis, Rudi Tena is the best loan for us. And we eventually added another one. Rudi Tena was for, or rather is for 48 months, or rather repairable within 4 years. And we came up with another one, Rudi Tena Plus, that gives member a 5-year plan of repayment. So that just the name Rudi Tena, that one members love it. They love it because it doesn't limit you. It tells you there's no limits. You can come back as many times as you want, so that you can be able to meet your investment. You can build your house, you can buy your car, you can upgrade your car. Yes.
And maybe Vincent, you know, Jerry talks about her favorites. Of course, it's where the money is coming, and where member solutions are.
What is your favorite?
My favorite? My favorites are 3 of them.
Okay.
Number 1 is, you know, the one that we call Rudi Nyumbani. Come back home. Rudi Nyumbani. Vincent, you are out there, you are struggling with a problem. Alone, maybe you went without knowing, you got yourself into trouble. The Sacco tells you, come, don't worry, we are here for you. So the Sacco gets that loan, buys it all for you, and they give you a very cool way of paying. That is Rudi Nyumbani. And it has helped so many members who are in crisis, almost being auctioned. They come, wana Rudi Nyumbani. Nyumbani ni Pcea Sacco Limited. The other favorite one is Niokole Tafadhali. Yes, this is the mobile. I love the name. The mobile. Unajua the kawaida Kenya ni kuokoleana. So every time I used to tell Jerry niokolee na 200 bob. Niokolee na 1000. Niko na watu wananitembelea, visa nataka kuja kula kuku na sina na sitaki kuaibika. So Sacco niokolee. So ninaokolea watu. So our Sacco okoleas people like that. And then you get it just on your phone, 2,000, and then the limit. And now the sweetest one is the one that now it's on board. It's the solar solution, the green energy. The world has gone green. Our members, they'll tell you, they are chatting, I know. They are talking about the electricity bills. God has given us energy. He has given us everything. So what the Sacco has done, gotten a very good arrangement with a provider who is giving us the solar solution. So we come and check in your house. If you just a 3-bedroom or 2-bedroom, we ask how much are you using, and you get your solutions from 150,000, and you stop paying power bills. You begin to have your solutions. This week we have done for our members who are having what we call the boreholes. Today we launched one in Nakuru, and a member is just crying and happy for what God has done. And so these are some of the solutions that we are giving our members. Because why would you, Vincent, continue paying 5,000 for electricity bill when God has given you an option? Come to the Sacco. Other than paying the 5,000, pay to the Sacco. We give you a product, and that includes installation. We are doing that for churches. We are doing that for institutions, hospitals. We are doing that for individuals. We are doing that for each and every part of our membership. And so the only way is that you get into the on board in 6 months. If you're not a member, you get. If you are a member, call Madam Jerry, our CEO. She'll tell you how much you qualify. Then if you qualify for 300,000, you given that as, I mean 300,000, you're given that solution. If it's $1 million, a whole hospital, we're able to sort you that out.
Okay, I mean, you've answered partly what I wanted to ask.
Yeah.
It's, I mean, how and up to how much are you going to fund me if I needed a solar project in my house? Depends on how large my project is. Probably nataka kufuga ng'ombe hapo mahali, a small ranch and all that. Ama matumizi ya nyumbani.
Yeah, thank you. So what normally happens is that we could do a quick audit.
Okay.
There's a form, an audit form. Okay. What is your consumption? How many watts are you using? If you, for example, in a 3-bedroom house, for example, how many bulbs are you using? Do you use a fridge? Do you use maybe a washing machine and all that? Once that is done, then that informs how much. But then you find on a normal way, a usual house with 200,000, 300,000, 500, depending on how your usage is, then you get a solution. And you know the good thing is that once you're done,
it's permanent.
It's permanent. And by the way, the guarantee is
some hidden charges.
The guarantee is 25 years. 25 we are saying within 25 years. Yeah. And by the way, that is inclusive. Our technicians come on board, they install for you within 1 day.
And you are going to work with me for 25 years through the maintenance.
Guaranteed.
Yes. Guaranteed.
We'll come on board.
Wow. 25 years.
Yes. That's why I told you we are talking about a Sacco that is bringing forth social transformation.
And mbona basi watu wanazidi kungangana na KPLC hii iko na hidden charges? Unaweka hapo kidogo, unaweka 1,000, kumbe umetumia 200. Nyingine yote you don't know where it has gone.
Thank God the solution is here today. So we are here.
And I think this is what is making you stand out from other Saccos. The products and the way you are doing it, the way you relate with your members. This makes you stand out, you feel? I mean, does it give you an edge over other Saccos? Because I know we have thousands of Saccos, 4,000 registered Saccos also under Sasra.
Yes. Yes, it is part of the reasons why we stand out, because we are offering the social solutions that you're hearing about. Because we look at you and we ask ourselves, if I was in your shoes, what would I do? So that is what gives us the zeal to move again and ask ourselves, how can we empower our members so that they can become better, and tomorrow they can become another big thing out there that you can't reckon with. So that in itself gives us the niche. Yes.
Even as we conclude, do you feel you are where you want to be, or there is still room for improvement? Because somebody told me the only room that will always have space is room for improvement.
Well, we have a long way to go. We are not yet there, and we are on daily basis engaging on what is the need of the day. And as long as there is a need every day, then we cannot say we are yet there. And so we are member driven. When members suggest, look at this area, we will address it, and we address it. And even after this, I'm sure members possibly sometimes will ask questions, and we are just there open. And the board, and by the way, let me also appreciate our chairman, Reverend Kanga, who is very optimistic about where we are headed, and he has a very great vision for us. And the rest of the directors are just there. We are the KYMs, watu wa mkono. So for us is to push the agenda home, and we've seen the everything every day growing, and we are growing. And even in terms of the CEO's docket, the secretariat, we are expanding on the staffing, and we are seeing more results coming on board. So what we can assure our members is that we are good to go, and we have a long way to go, but we are getting there. Yeah.
I want to give you, CEO, the last opportunity. There is one person watching there, and really, if you say one word, you might have a new member tomorrow. Take this opportunity.
Maybe just to say, Karibu member, we are here for you. We are ready for you, so ready for you that when you come, you will be amazed at what the reception you'll receive from us. So welcome. It's just, do I say just a button away? But as long as we are here as Pcea Sacco, we will endeavor to serve you, and you will always find the service very satisfying and very efficient. Thank you.
Wow, you know, it's been a great talk. I know Vice Chair wants to continue talking, but allow me to cut you short because I know you are a marketer and you do it so well. But because of time, we have to call it a day today. But we have next week where we'll be hosting another panel from the Sacco for another episode of the show. But remember that you can reach them on their email. It's Pcea Sacco Limited, that's Ltd, Pcea Sacco Ltd at gmail.com or Pcea Sacco Ltd at yahoo.com. Their website is Pcea Sacco Ltd.co.ke. Their Facebook page is Pcea Sacco Limited, Telegram Pcea Sacco Limited. Their numbers, where is that number? I had it.
It's right here.
Yes. Good. The numbers are here: 0720 403 360. That is 0720 403 360 or 0792 633 308, and you'll be able to get help. If you want to join as a new member, you've been told bring kuja we mgeni, leta mwingine upate ka 3 so kako baridi. Kileta 10 tao 5, kileta 300,000. Wow, this crazy amount. I want to say thank you guys for coming over, and we believe that we continue to do this for the for the benefit of our viewers out there. They say a Sacco with a difference. Their motto is save regularly, borrow wisely, and repay promptly. My name is Vincent Kerosi. I want to say thank you, good night, see you again next Tuesday right here at the same time.